Hi guys, if you follow my Instagram or my TikTok, you would have seen me put a video of me changing the rear pads on this ASX Mitsubishi. Come over to this side now, and unfortunately this caliper has seized, so we will be replacing that caliper today. And these guide pins have also seized, so we're going to have a work around on that.
First thing we're going to do is clamp off the brake flexi and then crack it off on the caliper whilst it's still secure on the vehicle, so it's not flexing.
So what I'd normally do now is undo these 14mm bolts holding the caliper to the carrier, but they are seized. So instead what I'm going to do is undo the 14mm bolts holding the carrier to the rear hub assembly, and then separate them both separately off the vehicle, hopefully. Now with those two bolts undone, what we can do is just work it back and forth slowly until it comes off. Now with that caliper detached from the vehicle, simply just going to twist the hose until it comes off. Now this is where the real fun begins, I suppose, because I need to be able to separate these. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do it yet, but obviously damaging things, certain parts of it isn't an issue because we're replacing the caliper anyway, and we do need to get this bracket off, so I'm just going to do that and tell you how I did it later.
That wasn't too difficult. I was just heated it up and working back and forth. Now it's just to put it back on the vehicle. Now the carrier is back on the vehicle, we're going to torque it down to spec. Getting my technical data from E3 Technical.
So we got this refitted. We're using a blueprint caliper that comes with new bushes, and in there is little shims from the sliding. So that's sliding perfectly in there now, so that's all fitted. We want to refit the caliper.
And that literally just twists onto the hose. When you get it nice and snug by twisting it this way, we refit it, tighten it down. You might have to take it back off to remove any kinks or twists in the hose, but obviously we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So we're just going to tighten that down, make sure there's no twists or kinks in the hose. You can be adjusted down by the brake pipe, but as I can see, this looks totally fine. So reinsert it back into the carrier. I have already pre-filled the caliper with new grease. I'm happy with that now, but I am going to take it back out just so I can show you how to fit the pads. So this pad has a clip on it, as you can see, but it's also got a notch that has to line up with the hole in the back of the caliper fingers by there. So I bar it over slightly, just let it fit over the finger and then just push it down into place. It's a lot easier to show you here than it is on the car itself. Now with everything back in place, simply just going to put the guide pin back in and then torque that down to spec. Again, I'm getting my technical data from E3 Technical, so this is going back down to manufacturer specification. With that all done, I'm going to gravity bleed the brakes whilst I pack up. Obviously, if the pedal's not right afterwards, then I'll have to pressure bleed it, but I'm just going to take it from here. So I'll leave the process there. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Cheers.